Hello, yogis. I'm Cassidy with Marina Bay Yoga, and today we are going to be doing camel pose as our peak pose. We will go through a flow, and today we'll probably get our heart rate up a little bit higher than normal. So I want to invite you to just take it as it feels good for you. Move through this practice as your body desires. You can always slow it down, come to child's pose. You can always speed it up and move through it even faster. So trust your body, trust what you need today. More than anything else, remember the principle of ahimsa, kindness. Yes to others, but also to yourself. All right, I'll meet you on your mat when you're ready. You don't need any blocks, you don't need any props, unless you like to use them and have them close by, then of course, feel free to bring them by your side. All right, we are going to get started sitting on our knees. Feet can come right underneath your hips. And I'm gonna remind you really quick what child's pose looks like so you can come back here anytime you'd like. Your knees can be together or apart, and you're going to walk your hands forward, allowing your neck to relax, allowing your forehead to come down to the ground. You can also relax your arms next to you so that all of the pressure is relaxing into your knees and onto your forehead. All right, so you can always come to that child's pose if you would like to take a breather. All right, go ahead and stay here in this comfortable seated position. If it's better for you to sit crisscross, feel free to do so. We're going to begin with some breath work. Bring one hand to your stomach and one to your heart. And before changing your breath, just start to notice. How does your body want to move today? How does your breath want to move today? Close your eyes and feel the heaviness of your eyelids. Allow the shoulders to relax down. And staying with that gentle flow up and down of your breath. Bring your lips together if they're not already, and allow your tongue to press up against the back of your mouth. Your breath might start to sound a little bit louder, creating an ocean sound, an ujjayi breath. This is wonderful for our flow. It's going to help keep the heat in. And on your next inhale, you can open your eyes if you'd like, or you can keep them closed and slowly circle your arms up overhead. Look up towards your thumbs and find a very gentle back bend. On your next exhale, slowly bring your hands down to the ground, come up onto your knees, coming into tabletop. We'll start with a very straight back, and on your inhale, look up, arch the back, let the belly come down towards the ground, hips rise. Exhale, head comes down, round out the spine. Begin to move through your cat-cows at your own pace, with your own rhythm, inhaling up and exhaling, rounding out. Trusting your body, trusting your breath. And apparently trusting your hair, because my hair is all up in my face today. And then we're going to take those hips in a big circle to the right, circling all the way around and back up. And then take them over to the left, all the way down and back up. And we're going to send them all the way back into child's pose. And then we're going to walk it all the way forward, coming onto the elbows. Extend the legs straight back behind you, coming into your Sphinx pose. Extend your heart towards the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall here. Bend your knees and let your feet rock left and right, giving a little massage to the thighs. And go ahead and come back through center, bring your feet down to the ground, and take your time to press all the way back up into your tabletop. We'll pick up the pace here just a little bit. Go ahead and tuck your toes. Let your knees hover just an inch or two above the ground. Nice long spine all the way up to your head. Tighten through your core, draw the rib cage together. And then on your exhale, send your hips all the way up towards the ceiling and start to pedal out your heels, bringing one heel down and then the other. Go ahead and look towards your hands and step or jump forward, come to a forward fold. Feet can come together or they can be a little bit separated underneath your hips. Yogi's choice. Reach for opposite elbows, find a gentle bend in the knee and a little sway left and right. Come back to center, bring the hands to the shins and straighten your back like a standing tabletop this time. It always reminds me of the tables in campers that have just one leg that pops out. And go ahead and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up. And we're gonna take a nice back bend here. Bend the elbows, open the heart towards the ceiling. Maybe you feel some creaks today in your back. I just heard 3 or 4 pops in mine. And inhale, take your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come down to the ground. Step or jump back to your plank. And go ahead and lower all the way down towards your mat. Elbows stay tight by your side like a push-up. And then slowly press your arms straight or keep a little bend here, whichever feels good to your body, coming into cobra. Tuck your toes, lift those hips, come back into your down dog. This time we're gonna take the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And we're gonna crunch that right knee to the right elbow. Draw it in and then send it all the way up towards the ceiling and crunch it in towards your nose. And send that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Crunch it towards your left elbow and take it all the way up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and step that right foot in between your hands. Back heel comes down, rise all the way up to warrior 2. Or sorry, whoops. We're gonna start with warrior 1. Warrior 1. Right knee is bent, arms reach high up towards the sky. Back leg is nice and strong. And now exhale, open warrior 2. Good. All right, take those hands back behind you, interlace your fingers and start to draw your shoulder blades together, opening your heart towards the ceiling. Take a little back bend here, lift your chin, draw those hands down the left leg, and then slowly hinge at the hips, bringing your right shoulder towards your right knee. Humble warrior. And your hands can go as high up as it feels good on those shoulders. Back leg is strong, front leg is strong. Shoulders are drawn together. Now you wanna look right past your nose. I like to look up and say hello to y'all. And then slowly rise all the way back up. Take that back bend again. Release your fingers, back to warrior 2. Good, circle those hands down to the ground. Step your right foot back, lower through your chaturanga, that high to low push-up, high to low plank. And then all the way up into your cobra. Maybe it's a baby cobra, keeping your elbows bent for just a few more rounds. And then go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Right leg rises. Take your right knee to your right elbow, crunch it in. And send it all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, crunch in, knee to nose, and send it all the way up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and crunch that left knee towards your right elbow and send it all the way up. And go ahead and step your left foot through in between your hands. Front knee stays bent, back leg is straight. Reach those arms up, warrior 1. You get to see it from the back this time. Exhale, open warrior 2. Reach your arms out to a T, twist open towards the right side. And then slowly bring your hands back behind your back. Interlace your fingers and start to draw those hands down towards the ground, drawing your shoulders open. Shoulder blades come together. Keep that left knee bent, heart rises towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, hinge at the hips and slowly bring your left shoulder towards your left knee. And then start to draw the hands up towards the ceiling as much as it feels good. Looking past your nose, being really gentle on the neck. And slowly inhale, come all the way back up into your gentle back bend here. Release your hands out, open back up to warrior two. Beautiful yogis, circle your hands down to the ground, step that left foot back, move through your push-up, high to low, and all the way to cobra. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Beautiful yogis, look towards your hands, step or jump forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, straighten the back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, reach your arms up, come to a chair pose. Good. Palms come together. We're gonna twist towards the right, hooking the left elbow to the right knee, and then open up your arms. Let those arms, those wings open wide. Palms come back together. We're gonna twist towards the left, hooking the right elbow to the left knee and open up those wings. Beautiful. Palms come back together. Come back through center. Reach your arms up and find a gentle back bend here in your chair pose. Good. Inhale all the way up. Really big back bend. Inhale up straight and exhale, fold forward. Hands come down to the ground. Step or jump back to your plank. Move through your push-up, high to low, and up to cobra. Stay with your breath. We're gonna come onto all four, hands and knees. And we're gonna take the right arm up towards the ceiling and thread it through the left side. Tap it down and inhale it back up towards the ceiling. Good, exhale, thread it through the left side, tap it down, and inhale it back up towards the ceiling. Good, one more time, thread it through. And this time on your inhale, you're gonna take it towards the ceiling and then reach your right hand all the way back towards your right heel. Reach your left arm up, drawing in all those back bends that we've been prepping for. And see how it feels here. Left arm goes towards the wall behind you, hips press forward, head can relax back. One more deep breath, and then circle your hands down to the ground. Come back to your tabletop. All right, let's do the left side. Take your left arm up towards the ceiling and thread it through the right. Inhale, reach it all the way up towards the ceiling, and exhale, thread it through. Two more times, inhale it up, look towards your fingertips, open a little bit bigger. Exhale, thread it through. And last one, inhale, reach it all the way up, look towards your fingertips. Draw that left hand all the way back towards your left heel. Reach your right arm up and press your hips forward. Allow your head to relax back. Maybe your hand doesn't reach your foot today. That's okay. And then circle those hands back down to the ground. Come back to a tabletop. Good, yogis. Shake out the hips and then send your hips all the way back to child's pose. Head rests down on the ground. Find a little movement left and right, just above the eyebrows. If you're using your Ujjayi breath, you might notice that it's gotten louder and louder. You might need to let out a holler, and that's okay too. All right, we're gonna go through that sequence one more time, coming all the way up, hands and knees. We're gonna take that right arm all the way up and thread it through the left side. Good, engaging through your core here. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through the left side. Two more times, inhale, reach that right arm up. Thread it through. Good, yogis, one more time. Inhale, reach it all the way up and thread it through the left side. And then finally bring it all the way back up towards the ceiling. Take that right hand all the way down towards your right heel. The left arm reaches up, hips press forward. Now, if you're feeling ready, you can bring your left hand to your left heel and press your hips forward, coming into a full camel. Not necessary, not required. You can definitely keep the left arm up. Stay here with your breath. And on your next exhale, slowly circle those hands back down to the ground. Good, yogis. Let's try it on the left side one more time. Take your left arm up and thread it through the right side. Inhale, take your left arm up and exhale, thread it through the right. 2 more times. Inhale, reach it up, look up a little bit higher. Exhale, thread it through. One last time. Inhale, reach it all the way up and exhale, thread it through. Draw that left arm all the way back towards the ceiling. And here's where you lift off. Left hand comes to left heel. Right arm reaches up, hips press forward. And maybe now is the time you want to try bringing that right hand down to your heel and pressing your hips forward a little bit more, deepening that camel pose. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath and then circle the hands back down to the ground, engaging through the core. Good. We're going to send the hips all the way back to child's pose and just reset here for a moment. Head can come down to the ground. Wiggle out the hips, wiggle out the shoulders. And then slowly press all the way back up to your hands and knees. All right, we're going to come to lay on the back. We have a few more poses that are going to help support camel pose for the next time you do it. So these all work together to help improve that, the flexibility through the back and also the strength through your core to help hold the pose. So we're going to come to sit on our sits bones. Feet can plant on the ground just in front of you. You're going to wrap your hands around the back of your thighs, just under your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Now, you can stay here, engaging the core. Sitting like this definitely engages the core. So this is option number 1. Option number 2 is to find a little balance on those sits bones and to bring your feet up so that your shins are parallel towards the ground. Parallel to the ground. Draw those shoulder blades together, heart rises just a little bit, and engage through the core. Be nice and light on your hands if you are keeping your hands here. This is option 2. Option 3, you can take your arms parallel to the ground, inviting your core to hold just a little bit more. Whichever variation you choose, find some softness, find some ease, maybe a little smile, a little moment of gratitude. Maybe it's your moment to set an intention for the day. And then go ahead and bring the hands back behind the thighs if they came up, and draw your feet down if they came up. Good, yogis. Hands come down to the ground, lower all the way down to your back. Press your hands into the earth next to your hips. Press your feet into the ground as close as you can to your glutes. And then slowly lift your hips, coming into your bridge pose. Now you can stay here with a gentle lift, or you can start to walk your hands underneath your back and draw your shoulders underneath your back, pressing your hips up a little bit higher. This is going to be very supportive in encouraging your back bend, strengthening through the core. My throat gets a little cut off here when I'm in this, so my voice changes just a little bit, but here we go. All right, 3 more deep breaths in whichever bridge variation you chose. And try to keep that chin to your chest. Hopefully your voice is not getting cut off. And then when you're ready, release your hands and slowly lower back down to the ground. Reach your arms out to a T and let your knees rock left and right. A little windshield wiper action. Because although that was a lot for our back, it was a big heart opener to go into all of those camel poses. It's also a lot on the hips. We're going to do one more thing for the hips here. You're going to take your right foot and bring it to your left knee into a figure 4. You can stay here, or you can take your hands and wrap them around your left leg either under the thigh or over the knee, drawing the legs in just a little bit more, deepening that stretch. You may notice that your breath has started to slow down. You may notice that your eyes want to close. Just allowing your body to take any movement here that it wants, even a little fluid movement left and right. And if you haven't already, start to find that little rock left and right. It's going to give the spine a nice massage, the back a nice massage. And then release your left leg if you have taken hold of it. And you're going to take your left leg up towards the ceiling, straight up. So your left foot points straight up towards the ceiling. And your hands are going to wrap around behind the knee and above the right foot. So your right foot is underneath where your hands are wrapping around on your left leg. And then go ahead and point and flex your left toes, roll your ankle. Release your left foot, bring that left foot all the way down. Now your right leg is going to cross over like you're sitting in a chair, crossing your legs. Reach your arms out to a T and let your knees fall all the way over to the left side. And go ahead and look towards your right hand, finding that gentle supine twist. And on your next inhale, slowly draw those knees back up. Uncross your right leg and bring your left foot to your right knee, coming to a figure four. You can stay here in your figure four, or you can take your arms around the right leg, either over the knee or over the thigh, whichever one feels good to you. Notice how it feels on this side. Maybe there's a little bit of a difference. And then find that gentle rock left and right, massaging through the back. And usually this gives a little extra attention to opening up the hip. And then slowly release that right leg if you did take a hold of it, and send your right leg all the way up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Go ahead and take your hands around the right leg above your left foot and point and flex the toes. Roll your ankle. If you're anything like me, one of my sides is a lot tighter than the other. So that's always fun to remember as I go into it. So just being gracious with your body, gracious with yourself. And then bring that right foot down and let your left leg cross over your right leg, just like you're sitting in a chair crossing your legs. Reach your arms out to a T and draw your knees slowly over towards the right side this time. And slowly turn to look towards your left hand. And deepening that little supine twist by drawing the right knee down just a little bit more. Maybe your eyes have closed. Maybe your body is growing heavy. Maybe your breath has slowed down just a little bit. And on your next inhale, slowly draw those knees back up. Uncross your left leg and go ahead and extend your right leg out straight. Extend your left leg out straight. If there are any other poses that your body was asking for, you can take your time now to go into them. Otherwise, we're going to come into Shavasana, lying down on your mat like you're going to sleep. Bring one hand to your heart and one to your stomach. We'll take 3 deep breaths together here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let out a big exhale and then breathe in together. Hold and slowly exhale, release it out. Inhale through your nose. Nice deep inhale. And when you're ready, open your mouth and slowly exhale. Last one, all together. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And slowly exhale, release it all out. Turn to one side, letting your body know that it's time to wake up. And gently press all the way up to seated. Coming into a crisscross seat here. Bring your palms together at heart center and take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up for this practice, for giving yourself the gift of yoga. The light in me sees the light in you, and congratulations. This is not an easy class. Way to go. I look forward to seeing you for our next class, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.